Thank you for joining us for our 6th annual IMPACT event. 2020 was a difficult year. In addition to navigating the pandemic, the individuals served by Step Up Durham were coming to us with significant challenges to employment. Of our participants, 93% live below the poverty line, 56% are system impacted, 34% are in substance use recovery, and over half have housing instability. Approximately 70% of Step Up Durham families identify as people of color. What our participants have shown us during this time has been commitment, dedication, and motivation. Folks have persevered, employment has been gained, and a level of stability realized. Today, we celebrate the resiliency of Step Up Durham participants. Just since lockdown in March of last year, through virtual and in-person programming, we have served 180 individuals and 113 jobs have been secured. Families are now in restorative housing and in affordable transportation because of community partnerships, and over $6,000 has been saved in adult and kids' accounts. As the pandemic has intensified unemployment generally, systems that disproportionately exclude people of color have amplified this challenge for our participants. At Step Up Durham, we see our work as increasing access to resources and dismantling and rebuilding these systems to improve conditions for all in our community. I am humbled by your willingness to partner with us in this work, and I hope you are as inspired as I am as you watch this video. Please join us today at 12:30 for a live session to learn more about who and how we serve. Thank you for supporting our neighbors as they work, grow, and thrive.
I would always fill out applications and I would never get an interview. For about 6 years, I kept little jobs that weren't really minimum wage. I was barely making it. Step Up gave me the opportunity to get a living wage job. I remember the day that I got the job, and I was elated. With steady employment, it's not just a livelihood, but it's a foundation to build from. And I finally had that platform in my life after many, many years.
Step Up is about stability. That's why we got into employment, is because if you have employment, then you can pay for your housing. If you have employment, then you can do childcare. If you have employment, then you have groceries. We want people to be able to work, grow, thrive. So that's why everything we do drives towards that goal of stability.
There's more than just what you bring to the table and experience that companies are going to be looking at. Okay?
Work, grow, thrive is a mantra for me. It really kind of speaks to this progression. Work means our 28-hour employment training, which prior to COVID was a Tuesday through Friday teaching of life skills. It's about getting people in that entry-level job.
Good morning. I'm very excited. My first time teaching online, so we'll see how this goes.
In the pandemic, we've now moved Jobs Week to a virtual 3-day event. But in terms of the depth of experience, nothing was lost. We're continuing to serve people who are having a really hard time getting a job and being in deep relationship with them, and that's very exciting.
When I connected with Step Up Durham, I had never heard any organization offer so much. They help with job searches, resume building. The counselors are more like mentors. As I was working another job that Step Up had helped me connect with, Tim reached out to me about a possibility of working at Duke Hospital full-time in a living wage position. When I was in the interview, I was offered the job and I was very excited. I think back on the steps that I took to get me where I am today, and I wouldn't be here without the help of Step Up Durham.
Duke University has been our #1 employer, a huge strategic partner for us. Folks that are working there or getting jobs there are making $15 or more an hour. And so we are really excited about that because we believe in livable wage employment.
The relationship that we have with them is really a partnership. Step Up Durham is constantly reaching out to our recruitment office to find out what type of vacancies do you have? What would the incumbent that you would really want to hire look like for that position? They take that information that they receive from the recruiting office to actually build curriculum. I think we have about 19 hires that came through Step Up Durham. And once their participants actually get a job, they don't just leave them. They continue to partner with them, to follow them through, to ensure that things are going well. And I really appreciate that.
What were some of the things that you thought you'd want to speak about? It's important for people to grow because it's not just about the job. It is about being able to go to that next level.
What are your goals, long-term, short-term?
We have a Step 2 program, which is a longer-term program that's focused on personal development, financial education, and career pathways. Anyone can access Step 2 as long as they're working at least 25 hours a week.
Before the pandemic, where we were maybe having 10 to 15 people come to Step 2, now we're having 20 to 25 people. These are 20 to 25 people when they graduate are going to have $400 in savings. Their housing is going to be in a great place. Their children are now supported, being able to open up their own savings accounts that have match savings involved in them. So clearly people want that community. They want to be in the types of accountability relationships where they can talk about their goals, their struggles, what's next.
Like, this is sort of a family that comes together every Tuesday night, and it's been really steady and a really nice thing to have in COVID.
It all kind of then leads into our newest program, which we started this year, which is Step 3, Thrive. If it's just you, that's not enough to make thriving happen. So we're thinking about, like, what impact can you have in your community? How do you give back?
I'm Zachary Marshall, and I'm the head of maintenance at Bethel Synagogue. When I came through Step Up, the only thing that I wanted to do was to have Step Up to show me how to fill out an application so that I could get an interview with Home Depot. Here it is 4 years later, and I'm still involved, and I'm still evolving, and things are still maturing in my life.
It wouldn't surprise me if you're able to buy a home within the next 12 months.
Wow.
It's an honor to be a part of the first class of Step 3. They give you a scholarship of $1,000, but also it's going to open up avenues that you've never had before. It's going to teach me how to be a mentor.
Zach really understands and sees himself as a steward of our space. I feel that love from him, and it certainly goes both ways. In working with an organization like Step Up, you are getting a great employee, but also you can know that you're strengthening the very community in which your business is found and upon which your business depends.
I think employment's just important for everyone because it speaks to the health and wellness of the community. When everyone is able to work, take care of themselves, take care of their families, the community is just stronger because of that.
We don't have to live paycheck to paycheck anymore, and having more freedom to do the things you need to do in life is a big deal.
My job is fantastic. There's nothing that I wouldn't do for this community, and I know that there's nothing that this community won't do for me. You know, sometimes I have to pinch myself and say, is this really me? Is this for me? Is this working? And it is.
Hi, I'm Daryl Daniels. I don't have to tell you that the last year has been challenging for many in Durham. From the entrepreneur who had to re-enter the traditional workforce because of the economic downturn, to the service industry worker whose job was cut because of lost revenue, people in our community need Step Up Durham's help. In the year since the pandemic began, we have been able to help 180 Step Up participants and graduates work, grow, and thrive. We've partnered with 15 employers. Around 80% of our participants have gone from no income to income earning. And those aren't just numbers. They are the stories of citizens like Alicia and Zach who want to do for themselves. Stories of our neighbors who have fallen on hard times and made the decision to get up instead of give up. Why? Because we know that a job changes everything. That is why I give back to Step Up Durham, and it's why I'm asking you to give as well. Since 2015, we have been able to offer free employment readiness training, personalized job coaching, employer referrals, and supportive services to job seekers in our community. But when you look at the bigger picture, what Step Up Durham offers is hope. A gift of $5 each month provides bus passes to job seekers who need transportation to and from interviews and job fairs. $50 each month provides candidate recruitment and referral services for 1 year. The more support we receive, the better equipped we are to develop programming that addresses the full continuum of needs that our participants have. Whether $5, $50, or $500, your investment in our participants' opportunity to work, grow, and thrive in this moment will make a real difference in their lives, both professionally and personally. Thank you for joining us for this first part of IMPACT 21. We hope you will meet us at 12:30 for a live gathering via Zoom.